morning, wherever you are at the time that you are watching this, whether you're watching the actual live or you're catching the replay. If you clicked on this video, then this message is for you, okay? Um, and obviously, if you clicked on this video, then you know that we are doing a reading for, like I said, Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? And also, too, if you have a Venus in Scorpio, this could very well resonate with you as well. So just let me know in the comments if you have any of these placements and if any of this message resonates with you, okay? Now, before we get started, I just want to take a moment to cleanse the room. I decided to do a late night reading for my Scorpios because, you guys are, the kings and queens of the underworld, right? And so a late night reading just seems more appropriate for my Scorpio or those in Earthettes, all right, out there. So, I hope, like I said, wherever you are, whatever time of the day you're watching this, that you're having a fabulous day. Comment in the comment section where you are tuning in from. I'd love to know what part of the world you're tuning in from. I am a traveler. I've lived in many different places across the world. So I love to just know where you're chiming in from. Okay, what part of the states you're chiming in from, or what part of the world. Okay, if you're not here in the States. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're just going to jump right into it. Not going to babble on too long. I do want to say, though, I have a soft spot in my heart for my Scorpios. Okay. I grew up around a bunch of Scorpios. My dad was a Scorpio, rest his soul. And I have three brothers that are Scorpios, and my best friend since like childhood, since like third grade, is a Scorpio. So I definitely know the energy very well. And I just love my Scorpios. Okay, I mean, I love and appreciate all zodiacs, but let's just be honest, everybody has, the ones that they know better or they resonated with or they grew up around. um, and so they just know the energy very well because they grew up around it. So, nevertheless, happy to be here to do the reading for my Scorpios. If you are a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising yourself, definitely again comment in the comments section. Let me know what part of the zodiac that you have that placement in. What part of the birth chart rather you have that placement in. Okay. Um, All right, so let's just jump right into it. Of course, we know that the Mercury retrograde is coming up next week for us. And so this retrograde is going to be in Pisces. And so, of course, that's another water sign. So, with that being said, it's going to be definitely a very emotional retrograde. The water signs are definitely going to feel this retrograde. Of course, Virgo and Gemini are always going to feel a Mercury retrograde because, the signs are ruled by Mercury. But with this being in Pisces, the water signs are definitely going to feel it. All right. I did a reading earlier for my Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you are a cross watcher and you happen to be a Cancer that is involved with this Scorpio, definitely go back and check that video out, that live I did earlier today. Okay. And if you're a cross watcher and you know someone who's a Scorpio, definitely share this video with them. Okay. Because you just never know. It may be a message somewhere in here that they may need to hear. Okay. Now, do keep in mind that the readings are general. There are about a million Scorpio, probably billions of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus placements out there in the world. So not everything is going to resonate. Take what applies and let the rest fly. Okay. All right. So let's just go right into it. I just want to first off, before we start pulling cards, I just want to thank the Most High God for allowing me to be here this evening for this late night reading for my Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I just ask that you allow me to deliver the message that you would like for me to deliver to my fellow, Scorpio Orthos and Earthettes. All right. And again, welcome to the Earthy Girl Experience. And if you haven't yet, make sure to like this video, share this video, and thank you for that. I appreciate that. But yeah, so definitely make sure to like this video, share this video, and subscribe. Okay? All right. And just so that you know, I welcome all religious beliefs here at the Earthy Girl Experience. All right? I am someone who is a believer in God. Believe that. All right? So, the first card that came out is the Trust card. All right? Spirit is asking for you to have some faith, Scorpio. And I don't know what that means. We're going to dig more into that and see what that means. All right. But, you know, Spirit is asking for you to trust and have more faith. All right. So let's see exactly what that means. Because in this picture here, we have a couple that kind of looks like they're married. It looks like a married couple. But I mean, you can be a common law spouse and that can be considered a marriage, right? Look at Oprah and Stedman. All right, so it looks like the unrequited love card came out. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. What's going on, Scorpio? I mean, are we having some problems, some issues in our love life or long-term partnership going on? I mean, are we having some issues with trust in our relationship, Scorpio? What's going on? Or is it vice versa? The card that came out here is the soulmate card. And it says that, yes, this is your soulmate. So what's going on, Scorpio? Like, I mean, what's happening here? We have someone that is a potential soulmate. You're being asked to have more trust in a potential relationship or a current relationship here, Scorpio. But at the same time, there's not enough chemistry or attraction going on. So what's going on? Are you not attracted to this person? Huh? Oh no. Not Scorpios are horrible people. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Everybody has their flaws. Every sign has their flaws. Trust me. No sign is perfect. No sign is perfect. I'm assuming you must have had some bad experiences with some Scorpios. And that's understandable if you did. It is. All right. So, okay. See, now something is unfolding here. Because we had a couple cards that flew out here. We had that soulmate card that flew out here. We had this card that says to love yourself first. It says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So what's going on? Because it seems like there's a lot going on here. But then there was a chemistry card that flew out here for you guys as well. So, I mean, what we got going on? Because I know when I did the Cancer reading, there was like a triangle situation going on with them. It was like a little triangle situation going on with them. All right, so we got some family issues going on as well. My goodness. This seems chaotic already. So it seems like this is someone that there's chemistry here going on with someone who is a potential soulmate, but I feel like perhaps you don't have any chemistry or attraction towards this person, Scorpio. Maybe that could be what's going on. And maybe you don't see that this person is a soulmate for you. And I feel like maybe you guys have chemistry with each other, right? Maybe you guys have amazing chemistry. Y'all could be like the best of friends. And maybe that person likes you more than you like them, Scorpio. Okay? And I mean, some of that could have to do with family issues. Okay? That could have to do with family issues because it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Sometimes when we have issues with our parents, maybe we have mommy issues or daddy issues, it can make it hard for us to love, someone else. I've known several people, and this goes both ways, but definitely from a male perspective, I've known males who have had mommy issues, and because of that, they have a hard time fully opening up to a woman. They can be with that woman all day long. They can be intimate with that woman. Hello, how are you? you can, they can be with that person all day long. They can have a full-on relationship with them, but that doesn't mean that they respect women. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And that could stem from family issues. So, Scorpio, if there is someone who likes you more than you like them, or vice versa, then definitely you need to first start off by loving yourself. Okay? You need to start where you need to work on that. Okay? Or vice versa. Vice versa. Because whoever this person is, Scorpio, that likes you more than you like them, like I said, they're definitely soulmate potential. And Spirit wants you to have trust. They want you to trust, because you have the chemistry and you see it, Scorpio. You have the ability to dig really deep and really intertwine yourself with someone. So and you can feel it, but there's something blocking. There's something blocking and keeping you from fully just going in, right? Fully going in. And it has something to do with family issues. Something happened to do with one of your parents, mom or dad, okay? Let me know if this resonates. Let me know if this resonates, Scorpio. Sun, moon, and rising. Yeah. And that's why this trust card came out with the couple that looks like they're married, because this is a soulmate. And this is someone who could potentially be a spouse in the future. Okay? If they're not already. Okay? Now, if this is someone that you are already, let's say, married to, then there could be some, again, still issues going on, parental issues. But I just feel like this has something to do with a Scorpio that could potentially be maybe, like in a, long-term relationship, maybe not necessarily married to that person. The finances and career card also came up as well, and it says that financial issues are a factor in your love life right now as well. So, I feel like Scorpio, whether if it's you or if it's the other person, there's just a lot that's going on internally within yourself that you feel like you aren't ready to move on, and it doesn't allow you to be able to fully open up to this soulmate energy, okay, of this person that is around you, Scorpio, okay? And you got all the excuses in the world. You are that other person. Your finances are not right. You're not where you want to be in your career, so you feel like because of that you can't really open up or be in a relationship with someone because you feel like you're not where you are in your current life, financially or career-wise, right? You also have some parental issues, whether you recognize them or not, that is keeping you or blocking you from being able to fully open up to this particular individual who is a soulmate type energy and whom you have a lot of chemistry with, Scorpio. Okay? And like I said, this could be vice versa as well. Yeah. Yeah, that engagement card came up here. So like I said, this is definitely someone, I mean, there's definitely potential. And if you were questioning that, Scorpio, which I feel like you're probably not. If anything, you probably would be more in denial. You know if the energy is, if that person is the one, or if they're right for you. It's just a matter if you're ready to, go there with that person. Okay? But the engagement card says that your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So I feel like whoever this person is, Scorpio, this relationship has been progressing. Maybe you guys already moved in with each other and you're living with each other. That could be a situation. So, it could feel like the next step would be to get engaged. And even if you're not living with each other, maybe you guys have been together long enough that, that other person, right, is ready to move to the next level. Maybe they've been mentioning and talking about wanting to be engaged or get married one day, right? Maybe you, Scorpio, have even been thinking about popping the question to that person. But again, you're feeling like because your finances and career are not where they should be, that, it's not the proper time, right, for you to move to that next step. And like I said, with you having those family issues, you know, and this could be something that stemmed from childhood, you know, that could be also blocking it as well and keeping you from wanting to move forward to the next level with this person, Scorpio. And with this retrograde coming up, you know, this is going to be a period where, you know, time for reflection as well. Okay. Time for you to have some reflection, Scorpio. And really sit with that and see if that's what, you know, you want to do. Okay. But this could also be a time for the other person to reflect as well, to see if they want to remain in the relationship, you know, especially if you guys been together for a long time. So, you know, the Express Your Love card came out for you, Scorpio. It says that, you know, to go ahead and make the romantic gesture, Scorpio. So, you know, I feel like you're making a lot of excuses, possibly. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the finances and career. You know, and so Spirit wants you to know that just go ahead and just, you know, express your love to that person. Not saying to go ahead and pop the question or anything like that, but you know, if the relationship is at a stagnant place, and that other person is just kind of waiting, you know, to kind of see like what the next steps is. This could even, like I said, be someone that you're really good friends with. You guys have really good chemistry. You've known each other for a long time. Maybe you kind of flirt here and there with each other. Maybe you've gone on a couple of dates, but nothing has really been official with each other. You haven't made anything official with each other. Again, Spirit wants you to express your love to this person, okay? And let it be known. Let them know. Let them know. Don't leave them guessing and wondering, you know, where things are and where things stand. Okay? I'm going to pull one more card out this love deck, and then I'm going to go to the Oracle deck. And I'm going to see what that has to say about this little situation here. Okay? But I feel like whoever this person is, they don't really care about, you know, where, you know, as far as your finances and career are. I feel like they don't really care about that. You know, if anything, I feel like not saying that they don't care, like if you don't have a job or something like that, but I'm just saying, like, perhaps, you know, they're supporting you. They might be supportive in trying to help you, you know, in some way when it comes to like your finances or career. Like I said, maybe you guys moved in together and you guys, you know, that's kind of helping you. That's their way of like supporting you, right? In terms of like your finances and career is concerned. Okay. So, you know, here's the thing, Scorpio. If you've been really taking your time making a decision with this person, and not saying that you're stringing them along, but I'm just going to keep it real. If you've been kind of stringing them along, you know, flirting with them, you know, having all this chemistry with them, you know, maybe you've even slept with them a couple of times, but nothing is really official, right? I feel like to some degree, there could be a separation coming soon, Scorpio. And I'm not saying like a breakup could happen. It could be very well them just taking a trip and kind of going off for a little while by themselves, right? Because maybe they want to kind of show you that if you're not going to take them seriously, then they're going to go off and they're going to go do their own thing, right? So that could be a form of separation as well. But it does say time apart from your partner is on the horizon, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. So if it has not already happened yet, it could be happening very soon, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Okay? It could be happening. So you need to speak up. You need to speak up, Scorpio. You need to stop, you know, only, you know, barely saying anything to that person and not really being open and honest with them, and opening your heart to them. Like, because they might just be like not really knowing where things stand with you guys, and they just may be confused. And I mean, you know that there's chemistry there, and like I said, Spirit is validating that could definitely be soulmate potential. Someone that you could marry. They could be your next spouse, Scorpio, if that's what you're looking for. But you need to express your love. If you have feelings for them that go beyond what you've expressed, then you need to express it and stop holding it in. Because that separation is on the horizon. Okay? Let's pull some oracle cards real quick and let's see. Let's see what comes up, Scorpio. Okay. So this rejoicing and celebration comes up, right, for you guys. And the balance card comes up for you guys as well. This rejoicing celebration card come up, and there's 3 people here, right? I feel like that there is someone encouraging this relationship with you guys. There's someone that is encouraging this relationship, right? They want to see you guys win. They want to see you guys win. Now, this balance card came out as well. And so, when I see that balance card come out, for me, that lets me know that, you know, the scales aren't balanced when it comes to this relationship. Someone is pouring more into the relationship than the other person, and there needs to be balance, right? And that's why I said I feel like someone likes you more than you like them, or vice versa, you know? So we need to tip the scales back, okay? Because you're leaning a little bit too hard on, you know, making excuses for not wanting to move forward with this person when this other person doesn't care, right? You're coming up with all kind of excuses. Finances are not together. You're not maybe really attracted to them. Is it that you're not attracted to them physically, Scorpio? Is that the issue? Right? Maybe they're a good person, but you're just not attracted to them physically. This rest and rejuvenate card came up. And of course, as we're moving into this retrograde next week, this is a perfect time for you, Scorpio, to go back and reflect, okay, and rest, okay, and while you're resting, have some reflection, okay, all right. On the flip side of that, the person that I mentioned before, I remember I said that there was some separation on the horizon. Well, that could also be that person going off somewhere, like maybe going back home. That number 4 on this rest and rejuvenation card pops up. Somebody is going home, right? Somebody is going home, perhaps to go and reflect on this relationship, right? Whether it be the other person, they going back home, but they hoping to kind of show you at the same time that, like, they're not going to be sticking around, right? But that home tells me it's either going home where they're from or going to a place where there's relatives, loved ones that would represent home, right, for them. And perhaps, okay, that makes sense. They could be going home to family, to visit family, right? They could be leaving to visit family for a little while. And that's where that rejoicing celebration is coming from. And that ties into them kind of leaving off, just kind of being like, you know what, I can't stick around here. I'm going to go home for a little while. And like I said, you know, I feel like that, you know, family members and loved ones, you know, they're still cheering for you guys as well, right? Like maybe the loved ones, they like you guys together. So, but I definitely feel like someone is going to be going home for some type of celebration, and that could be their way of kind of separating from you for a little while, Scorpio, or like I said, vice versa. So you need to take this time to reflect, Scorpio, during this Mercury retrograde, and you need to balance the scales. Okay, you need to balance the scales a little bit when it comes to this relationship, because somebody is pouring more into the other person, like I said before. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. The base chakra card came out that deals with stability. Okay. That could represent going home, right? Someone going home. Someone going home, right? Going to get that stability back home. And like I said, that separation card as well as the moving on card. Both of these cards validate exactly what I just said. Someone is preparing to move on, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or they have already moved on. Or they're going home as like that first little like way of showing you that the moving on process is starting. They're going home to visit family and they're leaving you behind. Okay? I see that. That's where that base chakra is coming in. They're going home to get some support. Maybe going home for a celebration, but also going home to get some support and rest and rejuvenate and think about what it is that they want to do and if they want to continue to be in this relationship or not with you, Scorpio. Okay? And like I said, it could be the other way around. But you got to let me know in the comments, right? If this resonates with you or resonates with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising that you probably know. Okay? Who could be in a situation like this. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. And I hope that they're not going to just miss out on a great opportunity with a soulmate. I hope you guys aren't going to do that. I would hate to see that happen. I would hate to see for you to, you know, miss out. That would really suck. That person ain't gonna wait around forever. That's all I'm gonna say. They're not gonna wait around forever, Scorpio. Alright? Just don't start a relationship during the Mercury retrograde. Don't do that. Okay? Like, if they trying to, if they putting the heat on you, you know, to make something official in some shape, fashion, or form, just say, hey, can you wait like another 2-3 weeks? Because we don't want to jinx anything. You know what I mean? We don't want to jinx anything. Because most relationships that start during the retrograde, they don't last. They don't last. This is not the retrograde is not a time to be starting a new relationship, Scorpio. So don't do it. Okay? Do what you gotta do. If you really want to take things to the next level, hell, you better try to figure out how to stall it for a little bit till after the retrograde. And then, yeah, figure out how to stall it. Figure out how to stall it. Somebody has been having some sleepless nights over this whole situation. I don't know if that's you, Scorpio, or the other person, but someone has been having some sleepless nights over here. And this be of service card came up as well. So, you know, when I see that and we're talking about a love type of relationship, I'm thinking someone who has a love language like an acts of service type. Maybe that's their love language. Now, I don't know if that's you or the other person, but I feel like that person is someone who enjoys acts of service. So Spirit wants you to be of service to that person. Maybe that's a great way for you to show them that you love them, Scorpio. But somebody is having some sleepless nights about this. And I think it's the person It's the soulmate person that likes you more than you like them. The one that's getting ready to go back home, that's contemplating on moving on. I think they having sleepless nights over this situation, because either that or you gonna be the one having sleepless nights when they ask go back home and they gone for a while, and you figuring out when they gonna come back home and why they been gone for, you know, home what you thought was gonna be maybe a week or two, and it's turned out to be 3 or 4 weeks or longer. Somebody is gonna be having sleepless nights if you aren't already. Okay, so Spirit says express your love. What's that card? Yes, express your love, whether it's verbally or through acts of service, being of service to that person, because that's probably their love language. And start doing more of that, Scorpio, so that person knows that, okay, hey, they really do love me. Like, they really do care about me. It's not just me loving and caring about them, and they actually do care about me. Okay? So, if you don't know what their love language are, then I suggest you figure it out. Okay? Maybe you guys can have a fun little moment and take that little test, the little love language test, and find out what each other's love language is. And if that's one of the first two top love languages of that person, Scorpio. Because maybe you're not expressing your love in the right way. You know, some people can be have a love language of gift giving, right? A lot of times with those love languages, people tend to do the love language that they prefer. So maybe they're the type that prefers gifts, right? Gift giving or physical touch is their love language. So what they'll do is they will perform that on the other person. They'll give that other person a lot of gifts, right? Or do a lot of physical touch to the other person, but that might not be that person's love language. So you think you're expressing love to them, but really you're not, because their love language is acts of service or words of affirmation. So you're missing the mark there. Okay? So, that would be my advice. That would be my advice for you, Scorpio. Okay? So, that's going to wrap up this reading. I hope this resonated with you all if you are a sun, moon, or rising Scorpio. Again, if you're watching this during the replay, then definitely comment replay in the comment section and let me know. Again, if you enjoyed this reading, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, so that way it can help the channel to grow. I really would appreciate that. And also so that you can be notified whenever I post videos in other signs, okay? Especially if you're a cross watcher and you're not the Scorpio and you're waiting on your sign, okay? Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification, okay? So you'll know when I'm back on here. All right. So until then, guys, I hope you have a wonderful night, evening, morning, wherever you are. And as always, I love you for watching. Bye now.